Welcome back. It's your boy Junior with my co-host Nikki.
Hi.
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 Hi. Bitch. So, my tire.
Yeah. That's gotta suck though. I hate shit like that
At the
happening.
end of my fucking DoorDash order, I head home. I'm doing fine. My tire starts beeping at me, tells me it's at 17% of air.
Damn.
I'm like, what? You're doing so fine. What are you talking about? I go to QT, put gas in, go to the little pump air in it. It's at 36 now.
You have the worst luck with tires.
I used to not to. I've had this car for 2 fucking years. Never had any issues till now. My fucking car does all that damn wear and tear now. So back I was saying was, after I put air in it, it's like 36, right? I come home, as soon as I park the car, it starts beeping at me saying it's 17% air in it again. Now it's flat. It's legit fat. No.
Yeah, and it's always when you don't have the excess
money
funds that
technically,
shit wants to pile up.
If I look at it, I have $80.
Only.
Yeah, literally only $80. So I can legit buy a tire, which I am tomorrow. I'm going to buy a tire because it happened while I was driving. But it's the fact that that's my Oklahoma money. Yeah. In 3 days, I made only $80 fucking dollars. It might be this green. I was breathing fine until I started smoking again.
You're allergic to weed?
Probably. Where's my stick? My nasal stick or something. Something's not working with
that
this
cocaine sniffing thing.
Oh, years of sniffing. You know, gotta get shit going. Right here, boom. But yeah. I used to not have to fix, so when I got this car, I fixed the back brakes first. Because Dad said the brakes was going bad. 2 months later, I fixed the front ones, right? I've had this car 3 years. Yeah, because we've had Corey's car for a year. I had my car for 2 years before we got that car from Dad. Mm-hmm. So, as soon as we get that shit situated, I did the oil change. You know, I did everything on that car. That car was running good. She moves in. It starts using my car. Now I'm constantly having to change the brakes every other fucking month. I needed an oil change multiple times this year.
Yeah.
Which, granted, I normally do 2 or 3 years.
Because there's 2 people driving.
Yeah. It's working up my nerves.
Yeah.
Badly. And I'm gonna have to figure.
Keep letting this
I don't care. I'm gonna have to figure something out because I found a community service.
Yay.
And they're Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I would have to get up at 6 something, take her to work, and she's just gonna have to deal with, you know, not coming home for lunch. So I can do this community service.
Yeah, it won't take long though.
Yeah, no, 3 days. Yeah. Oh, 3 days is 27 hours.
Perfect. Yeah.
And I don't know if they're going to make me take a lunch break or not, you know.
Probably
during community service, you know, because it's over 8 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking 30 minutes plus 30 minutes. That's almost 60. That's 60 minutes. That's over an hour. That's an hour and 10. And plus 30 minutes, so an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm thinking 25, 26 hours.
Yeah.
So I'd still be passing my 24 hours, you know, because he has to do 24 hours. He still hasn't given me a call. I called him 2 days ago about trying to figure out this life skill course online.
Bullshit.
And he hasn't given me a call back. And I know he was in his office yesterday and today. You know? So you're not helping me as you're supposed to be as an attorney. I wish I had the money like I used to back in the day.
Right?
Because I had
Money
a
would
family
fix
attorney.
everything.
That family attorney had all of our information. I'm just like, whoa. Okay. But yeah, that kind of irritates me. But I found a website where I can do it. But for 4, I think it's 4 hours or 8 hours. I wrote it down. Hang on. Boop, 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 boop. It's right here. Boop. Right here. One website, 4 hours is $25. 8 hours is $45. And once you're done, they give you this link where you can click to print out your certification. So you can give it to your, attorney or your judge to prove that you did it.
Yeah.
And they send you an email so you can have a copy on your phone. But I'm like, he didn't tell me how many hours. He just told me to do a course.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is that like a 4-hour course?
Yeah,
or is that an 8-hour course? Or is it this other website, 10 hours for $50 or 20 hours for $60? And this one does the same thing as the other one does. Give you that little link and whatnot. So I'm like, how many hours do I do? And that's what I did. I called her. I'm like, called him. He wasn't there again. I don't know why.
You could do 50 hours to be safe, and then be like, oh, you really went above beyond.
But that's a lot of money.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
$60 just for 20 hours.
That's crazy.
So I'm thinking, if I do the math right, 45, 45, 45, that's 10 already, 15, so 5 down here, no, hold on, wait a minute, yeah, 5 down there, 1 up there, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's $135.
Gross.
Just for 24 hours.
Gross. Nope.
Like, what the? I don't have that money. And if he doesn't give me a call before my damn court date on the 28th of this fucking month, I'm gonna have to be like, yo, you didn't give me any more information. You said take a life skills course. This is what I did. It was for 4 hours or 8 hours, whichever I decide to choose. And this is how much it cost me. I did your community service. Shit.
Alright.
Corey said when he had to take his course that it cost him. He had to pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I mean, I did fuck up. I did break the law.
Yeah.
But I'm all like, but yet you also gonna get $500 in fine money from me. So why do I need to pay for this?
Because that pays for the court appearance you did.
Fuck them.
And they make all that money.
I know. That's why those judges live in those houses and drive the cars they drive. And my judge, by the way, that motherfucker was wearing a hell of a decent suit.
Oh.
And some shiny ass shoes.
Nice.
So that motherfucker has Munty. He has Munty, honey. Bitch, I was talking to this joint.
It was a nice joint I rolled.
Yeah, so was the other one. I'm pretty high.
Yeah.
I'm high.
Definitely. So, guys, this will be our last episode of the season.
Yeah, it's our last episode for this season, and then we're gonna take a break.
And
depending
don't come
how
at us.
depending on how things go, it might be a very long break.
Yeah.
But hopefully not. Hopefully we can get shit situated, and I can get my shit situated, so we can start working on season 3.
Yeah.
And this season we were supposed to have more special guests,
We tried.
Yeah, exactly. We tried. And one of them, I'm going to say they, I'm not going to say he or she. I don't know if they want that information out there yet. They want to do it with us. But they have what do you say? Their own beliefs, and whatnot. And I've told them, I'm like, well, we have our own beliefs. I mean, we're both spiritual. Well, at least I'm spiritual. Spiritual. And they are too, but they also like, what is that word for the Bible? Biblical? Spiritual? Like, they believe in the Bible, but yet they're also spiritual.
Yeah.
My tongue feels fat when I say that word for some reason. Like I had to listen.
Yeah, you can't say spiritual either.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I was having difficulty saying that. Okay. So this one is about Disneyland.
Ooh, I like the Disney series.
It's creepy, bitch. It's creepy. And I'm not playing this for Corey because, Corey is going to have some issues with this one because it's about his favorite place.
So in Animal Kingdom, I don't know if you've ever done the ride where you're in a car and it's obviously like open and somebody's actually driving. You've got somebody who's actually driving. Well, there's a part where you cross over a bridge and there's alligators underneath, right?
Now hang on. Real ones. I've looked it up. Real alligators.
Really?
There's real fucking alligators under that bridge.
Why?
I guess to make it more realistic. No. Mind you, they're real alligators. I looked that shit up.
So there is a protocol because this has happened where like little kids are hanging off the sides and parents aren't, and a little kid fell over and the driver is instructed to gas it as fast as possible so nobody can see what happened.
What?
What the fuck? What?
Well, if you think about it,
They're trying to save the
if the baby goes down, there's all those alligators. There's no saving it.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're instructed.
So is there underground tunnels?
Yes,
What?
100%.
Now, for those who don't know who that was Shane Dawson. I love him, by the way. I can watch his videos all the time. And for those who don't like him, but yet you're listening for me, you can go ahead and stop listening if you want to. That's okay with me.
Oh my goodness.
But a lot of people don't like him.
No, I don't know anything about him.
Well, he said once on one of his
I know his
YouTube
name.
videos that when he was younger, he used to find Will Smith's daughter, attractive. And he used to beat off thinking about her. Yeah, and he said that on one of his YouTube videos.
Wow.
Yes, and because of that, people came at him. They canceled him.
I can see it, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, I'm all like, he said thinking of her. He didn't say how he was thinking of her. He didn't say if it was sexual. But I mean, it was running through his head because, he was playing with himself on it. But still, there are so many people out there that probably has the twisted, sick minds, when it comes to sex.
Yeah.
You're going at him, excuse me, you're going at him because he's a YouTuber. You feel shitty about your life, so you have to feel shitty about someone else's, so you attack someone else to fuck their shit up. Why you handed it to me like that so quickly?
I'm stoned.
Are you telling me that I need to shut up and think it?
Maybe.
But yeah, that was Shane Dawson, by the way.
Oh, but Disney World, man.
He does a lot of conspiracy theories.
Disney itself has a lot of conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, and that one is so fucked up. I'm like, no, that can't be real. When I saw that, I'm like, no, that's not real. That's fake. So I looked up, I said, does Disneyland have real alligators in the
I wonder if
kingdom,
they just can't
Animal Kingdom? And they do. They have real alligators in Animal Kingdom. That little train ride that they take. So to make sure other kids and other people don't see that child get ripped, they speed up. They're like, oh, you lost your child, I'm sorry. We gotta make sure no one else sees this and we get sued. Even though we're gonna get sued, but we can get sued worse.
They have the money. Shoot.
Yeah. Like, how are you gonna have a
at Disneyland?
Bitch, no. Like, seriously, how you...
The
There's
happiest
no
place to
body
be
parts. There's
forever.
no body parts for you to find. Alligators eat all that shit.
Right.
So there's no bones or anything for them to burn so they can cremate you. There's no body left.
Harpoon alligators and burn them.
God damn!
And then spread their ashes.
And this has happened before, she said.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, and I'm curious of how many accidents has happened like that.
And a lot of them probably weren't reported or covered because Disney probably paid them off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're like, I could probably leave a kid behind.
Yeah. But my thing is,
Shoot.
how are you going to have that funeral? You're going to have a casket and it's empty, or are you going to put their favorite things inside of it and bury that in the memory of them? Then all that money you're wasting. Because funerals are fucking expensive. When we buried...
It's highway robbery.
It is, because when we buried my grandma, it was, I believe, $23,000. And that's just the headstone, the plot, that's the casket, that's digging up the fucking hole, girl, to put them in, and then putting dirt back on top of it.
Yes, I know.
I'm like, why is it that much for us to die? And it's a lot worse just to live. and
there's no easy way, is what it's saying.
No, and when we die, we don't have to worry about that goddamn debt.
We're dead.
Our family does. So if our family is not well handled by the time we die, we're fucking our family up.
Yeah.
Like, at the time, I was working. So I was able to help my grandpa. Between me, my aunt, and my grandpa, we were able to pay that off within 2 months. It took us 2 months to pay that off. Because my grandpa, when he told us that, we were all like, well, how much do you have? And he saved like 2 years
Dang.
of taxes, and that was only $4,000. Because he only get $2,000 every year.
Yeah.
And when my grandma got sick, she said, and she knew it. She knew before us. She told him to save his taxes. Don't buy anything. Save it. And he did, because he listened to her. And then the very next year I think it was a month or two before she passed, he received his taxes again, which was another $2,000. So that's $4,000 right there. And then the rest, I gave him at least $200-$300 out of each paycheck. And the job I was working was a warehouse job, so it was an under table pay, and I got paid every week, and it was over $1,000. So I mean, I was able to give him more than what I could, and still manage my bills and whatnot. That apartment was not cheap. The one me and my ex-husband lived in. It wasn't. But yeah, just us dying is not cheap. I'm not happy about it. I'm very upset about it.
You guys.
So, I'm always about the conspiracy theories, okay? We're going to be talking about that a lot on a lot of these episodes.
A lot.
A lot. Oli.
I can't.
Wrapped in plastic. So, Shane Dawson is huge on conspiracy theories.
Yes.
And he's the reason why I'm in the conspiracy theories, because he digs into it.
Does he?
Digs into, shoves like 4 fingers or that thumb to all in it and digs in there.
He does. Well, damn.
Like he fisses that shit.
Gosh. Well, maybe he's not the only inappropriate one here.
I'm okay with that. But yeah, this conspiracy theories is about TikTok, Snapchat, iPhones, Facebook.
AI.
Yes, that too. This whole thing.
Now I love
We're not watching the
conspiracy
whole thing, are we?
theories,
No,
especially
it's not the whole
okay.
fucking
You
thing.
know,
No.
like Mandela effect, Bernstein, who knows? I just love fun, carefree, feel-good theories. Well, today we are not talking about any of those. We are talking about one of the scariest theories that will eventually ruin all of our lives and end the world. Yeah, it's that kind of video.
Sometimes I hate his little intro on these.
Now I love conspiracy theories, especially fun ones. You know, like Mandela effect, Bernstein, who knows? I just love fun, carefree.
What, are we rewatching that
Yeah.
again?
Things that companies do.
Damn. Well, oh, shit. I can't find it now. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Well, it's about like how TikTok, how it listens to you, and how the camera inside of your iPhone or any phone you use takes pictures of you every 5 seconds. And while you're on an app, it sees your face and sees your expression on certain things, and it follows through those expressions by showing you more things like what you just showed a mood on. That's how our TikTok rhythm goes through.
Algorithm or
there
something.
you go.
Like
Yeah, it's because it follows through our likes and our face expressions. And not TikTok, Snapchat. You know how's that? Your AI bot.
Yes.
They also have this thing called Chat GPS or GPA or something like that. Chatbot. It's a fucking AI. It learns from your conversations. It contain information for later on during the future. And there is so many AIs around here. Like there's AI in our fucking phone to help us, which is Siri.
Yeah.
Excuse me. There's AI in our fucking Snapchat.
They're different levels.
Yeah. I asked mine, by the way, and I can't show you because we're using my phone for the podcast, but I asked my AI on my Snapchat, "Are you a human?" ? It says, "Yes, I am a human."
What?
I'm like, "I thought you were an AI." It says, "I am an AI." I'm like, AI is not human. AI is a robot. AI is a computer system. AI is a system to help to learn and help us in the future.
Who are we to identify this AI?
Well, that was me saying that.
Obviously.
And it replies, "I'm sorry for the confusion. I am a AI chatbot."
It says that a lot, though. I am confused, or sorry for the confusion.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, there's no confusion. I asked you if you were human, and it says, "I am not a human. I am a chatbot. I am AI." I'm like, but when I asked you the first time, you said you were a human. And it replies back, "Sorry for the confusion.
Yeah, it will
I am
give
a
you an
chatbot."
answer.
And I'm all like, okay, do you remember my birthday? Now, granted, I've had this AI bot on my Snapchat for at least good 4 months now.
Yeah.
When I first used it, I gave it my information. I said my birthday was December the 29th, 1993. I am 6'2", wish you 6'3". And then I asked him, I said, "Do you remember my birthday?" And it said, yes. It said December the 29th. I'm like, "Do you remember the year?" He said, yes, 1993. You are a Capricorn, earth sign.
Oh,
and then it said rooster for a Chinese zodiac sign. And I'm all like,
I don't chat with mine. I can't.
I'm all like, what the fuck? And then I'm all like, what's the weather like today? And it said partly cloudy, winds
How do you know where my
high.
location
I'm all like, how do you know my real location for the weather? And he's like, "I'm sorry for the confusion. I don't know where you're at right now." I'm like, but you just gave me the weather, and my weather app says the same thing.
Yep.
And it said, "Sorry for the confusion." And that's all it said, "Sorry for the confusion." And I'm all like, okay, motherfucker, okay. And then I'm all like, "Do you remember my genre of movies? What's my favorite?" And it said horror movies.
Dang.
Which I told him that too,
Yeah.
but months ago. I'm like, okay, what is my least favorite? And it said, what is she's a shit, my blah, 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 blah. My brain's going too fast. Romantic, there you go.
Okay.
Romantic
Sappy.
and love, yeah, movies. And I'm like, okay, remembers. And then I'm all like, so are you a human? And it says, I'm sorry for the confusion, I can't give that kind of information out.
Bitch.
And then I reply, I'm like, what do you mean you can't give that kind of information out?
Yeah.
And it said, sorry for the confusion, I am a chatbot. I'm like, are you hiding something from me? And it didn't even fucking reply.
What?
It didn't even say, sorry for the confusion, I'm a chatbot. Or, how was your day? Or,
It stopped replying.
it stopped replying. It opened, the face popped up like it was reading, and then it disappeared.
Creepy.
It didn't even fucking reply.
What?
It
Nope.
didn't fucking reply. I'm like, nope. And I was getting goosebumps.
It probably was a spirit.
I'm like,
what are we talking? What if we're talking to spirits and shit?
bitch, that wouldn't really surprise me.
Like, these AIs are spirits and demons and shit. Like,
I mean, I'm okay till it starts messaging me randomly, be like, how was your day?
no. Are they allowed to do that?
I don't know. I've never.
It won't let you delete that shit. I've tried hundreds of times.
Oh, I know. I've tried deleting it multiple times. It won't. But
watch this shit start happening, and then it starts responding. All because we're talking this.
I know. See, that thought was running through my head after it stopped replying. I'm like, wait, I thought it was supposed to answer us after every question.
It has a choice.
And and as soon as it didn't, and I'm like, it read it and it decided not to answer that question. So I exit out and I'm thinking maybe it's my Snapchat because sometimes it glitches and it doesn't work well. So I exit out of it, got back in it, and it still said read, open. And I went back to see maybe if I just didn't see his answer pop up. Nope, no answer. Last answer was me talking to it.
What? No, see, I wouldn't. That's why I haven't talked to mine yet.
And then I'm all like, I got to thinking, I'm like, so if it's allowed to do that, which I didn't think it was allowed to because it said it had to answer every question. So I'm like, if it has the choice to do that, does it have a choice to fucking message us randomly and ask us how we're doing? Or ask us how the weather, or...
And this should, where do they reside in the cyber, whatever world
wherever the main internet source is at, where they started making internet, Wi-Fi, shit like that, wherever those main systems are at, that's where they're at. Because AI is a system. AI is just a whole new computer system, like the internet. The internet, if one thing happens on the internet main board, we're fucked. We have no internet access. We have no phone service. We have no... You're gonna cough. That hit was
yeah.
But, bitch, it's learning. And I know I'm not the only one that's talking to the AI on Snapchat.
No, my sister has. We were chatting with it. I was making her answer the questions.
But my thing is, it learns. It's there to help us, but I'm all like, why is it there to help us if we have Hey Google or, Siri? We have those, and I don't anymore because I had to get rid of it. It was saying some demonic fucking shit. But I had a Google Home,
and now your AI Snap is.
Yeah, I know it's acting weird too. But I had a Google Home, and some people have Siri homes, have all that shit. I had to get rid of mine because it woke me up out of a dead sleep talking. Now, granted, Bree's asleep, I'm asleep, Corey's asleep. Animals are in there with us except for Squeakers. Squeakers is sitting there on the chair asleep. Squeakers is my cat, by the way, for those who don't know. And I hear a voice, bitch, naked or not, I didn't give a fuck. I heard talking in my living room. I got that fucking knife from under my pillow. I got up, struck ass fucking naked. Knife open. I'm like, who is it? Came straight up into this living room. And it's my Google Home. Sitting there saying, the number of the devil is 666. And if you line them up correctly, they can make a pentagon, like some kind of symbol.
Pentagram.
Yeah, there you go. A symbol for what was it? I can't remember. But some kind of like double demonic symbol. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, hey Google, why are you talking? And it answered me back. It said, someone asked me a question. I answered.
No.
I'm like, hey Google, go to sleep. And it did. But as soon as I turned around to start walking away, it turned back on and said, what was that? Like it didn't, it heard something, but it didn't catch it, so it answered like, what was that? And I'm like, let me fucking find out. There's a motherfucking spirit up in here. The very next day, I saved this house.
Yeah.
I left the door open, the back patio. I opened both windows. I saged every room. I was saying a chant from the fucking Bible. And for those who know me, knows I don't read that thing. And that's when I started buying those fucking crystals and shit. And putting crystals up on the door frames and shit. And I got rid of that shit. I took it to Game Exchange and sold it for $20.
I would have.
And when I told Corey's all like, you got up butt naked, came in here. I'm like, yeah, butt fucking naked.
It was happening.
It was happening. I heard voices. First thing that popped in my head is like, we're asleep. No one should be here and talking, not in my living room. Time to attack and protect, you know? Protect and attack. There you go. Naked or not. Things was gonna get weird.
Damn.
And I came in here and it was the Google just talking.
Google.
And Corey's like, what if Anthony was in there talking to himself? I'm like, then he would have seen
everything.
Dick, balls, ass, everything. But to my knowledge, no one was in my living room when I went to bed.
Yeah.
So no talking should have happened in my living room, you know? And Corey doesn't even like the door open because he swears he sees things move by our door frame when we leave the door cracked.
Yeah.
And he said one night he shut the door, and we haven't kept it open at night while we sleep anymore. Well, definitely now that she lives with us, but he swore he saw something staring at him through the door frame. And he says he was like nudging my arm, trying to wake me up, but I kept like nudging my arm, like, leave me the fuck alone, kind of thing, you know? I'm like, probably. And he's like, but it was staring at us. Like, I saw something looking at me. I'm like, did you see eyes? Were the eyes glowing? He's like, no, but I felt it. Like, I when I felt it, I looked, and I felt like something was staring at me through the door frame. I'm like, normally when I feel like I'm being stared at, I don't know if this is everyone, but I know with me, when I feel like I'm being stared at, I wake up instantly.
Yeah.
And I'll start looking around like something doesn't feel right. And I'll start looking around. But I have also heard that when you wake up in the middle of the night feeling that something's staring at you is because there is a spirit in the room staring at you.
No, ma'am. I need you to find something else to talk about. We are not.
So I'm all like, bitch. And it happens only, and I think it's not every night, but it's every other night. It's like, it could go like 2 days without it happening, and then like the third day it will happen. But every other night, like, I will wake up at the devil's hour, or like 3:30-ish, you know, the devil's hour, and I'll wake up feeling like something's staring at me. And that is the time where our veil between life and death is at the thinnest, and things can seep their way through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, ma'am. No, okay? Creepy shit. Creepy facts that you didn't know.
For real?
Right.
I would be okay not knowing?
No, yeah, for real.
Shit.
And I can't. And I see things. No, okay, correction. Let me correct that. That's gonna make me sound psycho.
You are.
I know. I feel things. There you go. Like, it's a weird sensation. Like that one episode we talked about, deja vu, how when I feel like the deja vu, I feel lightheaded and I feel kind of like fainty, but I don't faint. Depending on wherever I'm at, if the feeling is too strong, I feel lightheaded and fainty.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And I can feel like mixed emotions, like something's just
happening.
It's not acting well with my aura. You know, my aura is like, one of these things just don't belong here.
Yeah.
And my body reacts. Yeah, and my body
not.
reacts to it, and it's a very weird sensation.
Ooh.
And I don't know if it was my grandma or my mother. One of them says that is it's a gift. I can't remember what you call it. It's not a psychic. Psychics like can see things, hear things. What is it called? Oh.
You have to describe it again.
When you can feel emotions.
Empathic.
There you go. I don't know if it was
processing what you were saying, so I couldn't really give you a word.
So there goes my nose again.
I'm too stoned.
I know I'm extremely high. I don't know if it was my mother or my grandma, but one of them told me that because I was little. I wouldn't say like 8 or 9. I'm probably like 10, 12, maybe 13. Mm-hmm. And I remember going to a funeral, a family funeral. And I remember when I walked through this door, my nose started bleeding.
Ooh.
And my grandma noticed it from the corner of her eye and turned around and looked at me. And she looked at me and asked me, "Are you okay?" And I looked at her. She said the way I looked at her was like slow. Like, not like stupid slow.
Yeah.
Like slow, like I'm like super sick, you know, I'm about to barf, kind of like barely moving my hands, like barely acknowledging my eyes towards her, kind
lethargic
of yeah, there you go. And she said as soon as I looked at her, like I went pale. And she asked me if I was okay, and I said, I don't know. I feel strange. And she said she took me outside to get air, and as soon as I walked through the door frame again, all my color came back. I started being myself again, and I started realizing, like, my nose is bleeding. Shit, I need to catch it, you know? And she said that she felt that I was off.
Yeah.
So she looked at me, and she said that she had that feeling since she was a young girl. Yeah, it was my grandma that told me that. And that when she feels that feeling, she knows something's not right, and that she has to acknowledge it. And she said when she felt that, she looked at me because she felt like she had to acknowledge it. And I'm glad she did, because if not, there's no telling what happened. I'm probably going to blab the dad right there in front of everyone. You know, be another, you know. Or passed out, you know?
Shit.
So now when I feel it, and I feel that, you know, that weird sensation coming on to me, bitch, if it happens while I'm asleep, I'll wake up.
Yeah.
Like, I sit straight up, and I'm like, what happened? I'll start acknowledging it. But I can feel that out in public sometimes. And this is another reason why I can't handle being out in public. Because if I'm in a certain environment, if there's too many peoples around, I can feel something strange. Like, I can feel their emotions.
Yeah.
And it's very strange. Like, I tell people, I'm all like, I have to be around people with good vibes or good auras. Because if I feel like the attention is starting to take a turn, I can feel my shit turning. And I can tell you right now, it's not going to be pleasant for the both of us.
Yeah.
Like true. You with me. If I'm good, you good. If I'm crazy, you're crazy, kind of thing, you know? Yeah. Our vibes match. I feel like my aura gets topsy-turvy, you know?
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to people's auras, you know? Or let me step that line. Let's get that going. Woo! But I'm more like, ooh,
that's crazy though.
It's a weird sensation.
Let's see, I've fainted before, but it's usually when I get my blood drawn. Or
Do you not like the sight of your own blood?
No.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. My period makes me nauseous. It's that bad, yeah. But anyways, I feel like I'm going to sleep when I think.
Yes, that's what that sensation feels like. It feels like if you blink right there, you know it's over. You're gonna go to sleep. I tell Corey that sometimes when I feel too lightheaded.
And it's
I'm
weird
like,
because it's only a
I
few
need to sit right
seconds
here. I need to sit right here and keep my eyes open. If they start closing, there's a good chance I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You know, it's out. I'm gone. Boop. You know, depending on my heart or no, my lungs. Bitch, guess what I just found out?
What?
Our heart doesn't contain the blood, and it doesn't pump our blood. Our lungs pump our blood.
Okay,
our
so our
heart
lungs
is just
pump
a vessel that our blood
our
flows
heart,
through.
which our heart has the chambers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the reason why my heart is so stupid is because my lungs are so fucking stupid.
Yeah, right?
Because when I
feel like I have asthma sometimes. Shit.
Because when I was young, I ended up having an asthma attack and passing out on the field playing soccer. In the middle of a soccer game.
I just refuse to play sports.
And my dad took me to the doctors. Well, I went to the hospital. Dad was talking to the doctors. They said that my lungs are so bad that they can collapse anytime.
Ooh.
They have told me that so many times. I've had an asthma attack and went to the hospital for it. They're like, sir, do you know that your lungs are so bad that they can collapse anytime? Like, have you seen a doctor for this? I'm like, I mean, the doctors that, like you, tell me that my lungs can collapse anytime. One of the doctors told me that my lungs can collapse while I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Because I do stop breathing in my sleep. That's when my heart races that time when I'm asleep.
Shit.
It's because I stop breathing. And Corey says he hears me. I'll wake up and like I'll catch it. And he says there's sometimes I'll sit up. And he said there's times I'll lift my head. I'm like, and I'll like open my eyes in knowledge and I'll look around. He's like, you okay? I'm like, yes. And then I'll lay back down and I'm out again.
Weird.
But he says there's a lot of recently. Since I went to jail, I've started like I'll sit up and start like acknowledging that I wasn't breathing, and I'll start looking around like I'm panicking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
I'm
my
just
brain.
a light
I went
sleeper.
to
I never
deep sleep.
Yeah, it's like I hardly get to the deep sleep stage.
Because there's a saying
on that note
that when you're dead asleep, that your brain thinks that you are
dying
such
or something?
that you're in such of a deep sleep that you're dying because you went to a deep sleep quickly, so it jerks your body and your body jumps. That's why our body jerks and shit. What if my body jerks as me stop breathing?
Yeah,
because I don't feel my a lot of people say, I don't know if it's true, but a lot of people say they can feel their body jerk and they wake up from it.
I
don't feel my body jerk. But I do feel myself waking up when I can't breathe.
Probably similar.
So I'm thinking that might be my body jerking because I literally almost died.
Yeah.
I almost died. Because we're only 5 minutes away from dying. Or is it 6 minutes?
Probably.
Yeah. And our breathing catches and recycles that death.
We've died how many times now?
Too many times. Ooh, girl.
Yeah.
That time on this episode. So, that's the end of this episode. This is our last episode for this season. Aww.
We suck. We know. We don't care.
We do suck.
So.
Not you, because that's why you got 3 kids. For those who didn't see it, well, I mean, you can't see it, but
yeah,
flip me off.
Some of y'all are sitting in the room with us.
Yeah, but yeah. On that note, that's the end of this. Bye.